I don't even know where to start.
A mother and a father are going back and forth with each other. And all because it happens on a public platform does not mean that this is not the case or the story of many different people or couples that are going through a divorce when kids are involved. And it can get very messy. But for this to be done in such a public and humiliating manner, then it just means that apart from the two of them, individually there is something wrong with them that they either chose to ignore or they didn't think would be a big deal. And now it blows up in their faces. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like, turn on your post notifications, and always come back for more content that I would drop weekly.
This is their area. You walk in. This is Maji's room. Ain't no deadbeat doing this. Deadbeats ain't doing this. My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms, and it's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know about real deadbeats, and this situation is all about control.
A lot of people will say that this is the reason why divorces are rising in the country or worldwide. All because your marriage is not divorced, or all because you are not divorced from your spouse, doesn't mean that your marriage is good. Your marriage can fail and both of you can be together. That is possible. Both of you can be together because you're concerned about family opinions. Both of you can be together for the sake of children, because marriage is not between you and the children. Marriage is not between you and the in laws. The marriage is between you and your wife or you and your husband. There is a bigger aspect to marriage that involves family members, but the core of it is the both of you. With the case of Safaree and Erica, this story is a he say, she say story. People will believe whatever they want to believe. People will believe whoever they want to believe based on association. Erica has been doing some crazy things, sending nudes to his family members.
This woman texted a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, having a relation, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. My mother's not one of those mothers. She's not like a TV mother who's here acting rah-rah and doing a bunch of ignorant nonsense. Like, my mother is so calm and zen. And anyone who knows my mother and my sister and what they do, like my sister, my mom, they are in the holistic field. Everything about them is zen, herbs, teas, spiritual. And you're sending naked pictures of me to my mother and my sister. For what?
Safaree, I'm not surprised, has also done some crazy things. Now, he may not tell his own part because nobody wants to represent themselves in a bad way, but everybody has a part to play in this mess. Now the public is on Safaree's side. Wow, what a shock. Who knows whose side that the public will be on? Meanwhile, they put themselves in this situation. But let's take a rewind to when Erica and Safaree were single people and they were not married, because I think they were only engaged for 1 year, so at least they were together for a year at least. That's if they weren't seeing each other for multiple years before that engagement. One thing to realize is that this isn't a man versus woman issue. This is not a baby mama versus baby daddy situation. What this is a toxic attracts toxic situation. This is an ignorance attracting deceitful tendencies type of situation. These are two things that pair when it comes to a relationship or a marriage not working out or a family being so dysfunctional. When people are ignorant and toxic, things generally don't go well, because somebody that is well educated and well knowledgeable about themselves and what they want and are bold enough to take those steps in the right direction, there's a limit to how bad you can treat them, unless things are happening that are out of their control. In an ideal sense, I refuse to believe that if two people are well educated and they are not toxic to one another, that in the whole time that they were engaged for those number of years, there will be signs that somebody is not good for you. And people think that marriage changes people. Marriage doesn't change nobody. Marriage just makes you who of what you already are. In fact, if you were at a certain level before you were married, marriage doubles it and makes you worse of who you already are.
When you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened, because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. With someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. And you know, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo.
For a woman to send nudes to your family, that's not the first time that a sign like that is being shown. And do you know what? I'm not surprised that she could boldly do it. Safaree is somebody that has talked about his sexcapades and has talked about his tendencies when it comes to the pictures that he posts online showing his private parts or the print of it. So are you surprised that this type of person that you can attract into your life? And are you surprised that this is someone that can disrespect you in that type of way? We do not know what goes on behind the scenes. But I'm not gonna believe that somebody would just do that out of nowhere. We all know the history that Safaree has. We all know the type of content he puts out. Why should anybody be blaming one or be picking a side? This is two people that have toxic traits and have attracted each other. And because they were distracted by things that were temporary, maybe the looks, maybe the intimacy, maybe the money, maybe the fame, they forgot to realize that things like that have a butterfly effect. And butterflies don't live long. So, what does this say for the rest of us that are trying to be better, or at least going to use this as a learning point? Good people that are well knowledgeable and are not ignorant, a majority of them will not be attracted to bad things because they know what they want. But this is also not to judge, because every marriage is different. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage, but the fact that you are not perfect as a human being should be able to understand that. For marriage to end early, it is a high sign the relationship was done poorly. Now, I'm not here to judge nobody. All I'm here to do is to say that things don't just happen. And sometimes people are born in the households that these things are not taught. And I realize that. And that's unfortunate for the children that are being raised in this type of environment. So, we must know that this world is not perfect. And because this world is not perfect and we're all imperfect, we must try our best to live our lives based on standards that are not led by our emotions. So, look at oneself, know what it means for one to really go through the work of changing and becoming a better person, or you'll be doomed to repeat the mistakes that you see online. Or worse, you can find yourself in a more terrible or in a more dangerous situation, which I do not wish on anybody. And unfortunately, whatever damage you do to yourself or you find yourself in, it will do damage to the people around you, and God forbid, to the people that come after you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come back for more videos. Let me know your opinions in the comment section.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna let God is gonna do what God is gonna do, and that's gonna be that.